5 reasons why women love bad boys. Why women love alpha males, jerks, dicks, right? Why do women love these guys? So today I'm going to give you my top 5 reasons why, starting with the very first one, which is the reason why women love bad boys. Number 1 is because they exhibit a sense of danger, right? They exhibit a sense of danger. Contrary to popular belief, what you see in Hollywood movies where the guys bring the girl flowers and he's being all polite and he's being all just romantic and very feminine almost, that is not actually what women are hardwired to respond to sexually, okay? What women are hardwired to respond to sexually are guys who are a bit dangerous, right? Might be guys who are a bit violent, right? Get into fights. Guys who you just don't know at any moment, the guy could like fly off the handle. Why do you think like so many of these girls are just, they can't leave these abusive men? And even when they are able to leave that guy, right? A lot of these girls will enter like an abuse shelter. As soon as they're out of there, they find another abusive man to hook up with, you know? So there's usually a pattern of behavior there. And I'm not saying all women, obviously. For the most part, women are wired to respond to guys who are dangerous, okay? And it doesn't mean that you have to be violent or getting into fights in bars and clubs or anything like that. I mean, you could exhibit danger in other ways, right? Just basic risk-taking activities, right? You might be a guy who loves to jump out of airplanes. You might have like an adrenaline rush, right? You see these guys in Point Break. They were robbing banks for fun, you know, things like that. But when you exhibit a dangerous side to yourself, where you are unafraid and willing to take risks in life, that will be very, very attractive to the opposite sex, to women, right? Especially hot women. They love stuff like that because so many guys are just so stuck in their shells and they're so predictable in so many ways that when a guy comes along and he's the complete opposite, and he believes in himself enough to take risks that other men are not willing to take, that becomes very attractive to her. So danger is the very first reason why women are attracted to bad boys, bad men. And it doesn't necessarily mean bad men. I'm just kind of using that term very loosely. I mean, you could be a good guy and still exhibit these traits, which is great. Right? That's the best of both worlds. All right, moving on. Number 2, the second reason why women love bad boys, jerks, alpha males, dicks, a-holes, is because these guys tend to be very mysterious. Now, what do I mean by mysterious? What I mean by mysterious is they don't tell the girl everything about themselves right off the bat, right? They don't like go on a date with a girl and tell her his life story, brag about his job, you know, tell her all about his family or his childhood or anything like that and turn the girl into his new mommy, you know, right? Guys who are alpha, who are these bad boys, who are these type of like just very strong men that don't cave into women, these guys present a lot of mystery to women where the girl ends up going out with him and she just has more questions about him. Whereas when she goes out with a normal guy or an average guy, really, she doesn't need to know anything else about him, right? She feels like she already knows this guy, and this is often why these guys get tossed right in her friend zone, because there's no mystery there, right? There's nothing to unravel like an onion, right? Whereas guys who are, you know, quote unquote bad boys, that she's actually sexually attracted to, she never knows the full story about these guys. Again, it's like there are more questions every time she talks to them rather than answers. Unfortunately, too many guys out there, there's no mystery about them at all, right? It's like they go on dates with these girls, they're very transparent. The girl is just not fascinated by him, right? There's nothing intriguing about him. As I teach you guys, for women, sexual attraction and just attraction period, right? It happens in her head, right? The girl wants the fantasy. She doesn't want reality. And when it comes to bad boys, they never really tell her the full truth, right? They might not tell her the full truth about their jobs. their home life, their upbringing, their financial situation, whether it be good or bad. They just never really tell her the full truth. She's constantly left guessing about him. She's constantly left wondering about him. Who is this guy? Why is he so mysterious? Why don't I know these things? I mean, it could be to the point where she's even a little creeped out by it. Like, I just don't know anything about this guy. But yet, it is sexually intriguing to her because, again, it's like, it's like a movie, right? It's like a movie, and she wants to see how it unravels. Whereas with an average guy, really there's not much else to see after she sees the first 5 minutes of the movie. She gets it. She knows what's going to happen next. Again, these guys are very predictable. It's just not sexually attractive to her. All right, moving on. The third reason why women love bad boys is because bad boys present that aura of uncertainty, right? They make her feel the fear of the unknown, right? Again, it just goes back to being a little mysterious and not telling the girl your life story, not, telling her everything she needs to know about you, where there's no more mystery, right? Because obviously girls love a chase more than guys do. Presenting just uncertainty to her, right? Just fear of the unknown, like constantly leaving her guessing. Like I said, she should never know if the relationship is going to continue. She should never be able to predict what you are going to do next or what happens a year down the line, right? I mean, because if she's thinking like, oh my gosh, I know a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, we're still going to be together. We're still going to be doing the same thing. He's still going to be this kind of guy. There's a hot chick walking across the street right here. I'm almost tempted to pick her up. Like, almost tempted, but she's like just kind of on the fence there as far as like hotness for me to make the effort to jump out of my car and stop filming right now. Almost. Just like another notch. It would make it worth it. Anyway, continuing on. I don't want to lose my train of thought. So, women love bad boys because they present that fear of the unknown where she's constantly just hanging on the edge of her seat. Again, like a really good thriller, right? Like a really good action adventure movie. And she's like, what is going to happen next? I don't know. There's so many twists and turns and plot twists in this movie. It's insane. I'm hanging on the edge of my seat. I don't even want to leave to get popcorn. I don't even want to get up to go to the bathroom. I want to see what happens, right? That's the type of feeling you want to mimic in your relationships. Okay, whether you just met the girl, you're casually dating, especially if you're in a long-term relationship, an LTR, or even a marriage with these chicks, you want to exhibit that where she's left guessing and she is observing you. You are the observed. Okay, as I always teach you guys, you want to be the observed because alpha males are the observed. The betas of the world, male or female, are the ones spectating. They're the ones doing the observing. Okay, you want to be the observed on every level of life, right? Not just game. So that is the third reason why women love bad boys. The fourth reason why women love bad men is because he presents excitement and adventure in her mind, right? Excitement and adventure, even if it's just mentally, with the mental, I don't want to say mental games that he's playing with her, just kind of the personality and the behavioral traits that he has are so off the beaten path, she's not used to seeing it, that for her, it's exciting. For her, it's like a breath of fresh air. It's a break from the sea of beta males out there who all look alike, right? They all do the same thing. They all show up on their dates with her at exactly the right time. They all try to say the right things. They all try to impress her. They all try to feed into her ego. Instead, this guy who she sees as exciting and adventurous is somebody that she almost cannot see herself attaining, right? Literally, you can make her feel like you're too good for her, and she could be way hotter than you, right? And there's an old trick in the pickup community that we call demonstrating authority above her world. So that is something that I practice and I teach my students with every single girl that they approach, that they bring into their lives, that they start dating. You must constantly demonstrate authority above her world, no matter how hot she is, because as long as you are doing that and she sees you as this like almost like godlike figure, right? This larger than life figure, that chick's not going anywhere. You're constantly going to be occupying her thoughts, her mind, her emotions, right? And really, that is the basis of getting girls to fall in love with you, is when you are constantly occupying her thoughts, when you're constantly occupying her mind, and she can't think of anyone else but you. Okay? And she pedestalizes you in her head. She sees you as somebody that is different from the pack. Okay? You're a wolf among sheep, so to speak, right? So that is the fourth reason why women love bad boys. And the fifth and final reason why women love bad boys, just to sum it all up, is just because bad boys, alpha males, whatever you want to call them, right? We're using these terms loosely: jerks, dicks, a-holes. They're just a lot of fun, right? They're just way more fun than your average AFC, we used to call them average frustrated chumps, that she's used to meeting, right? Because most guys that she meets are generally stuck in their heads. They can't be themselves. They're afraid to show the girl who they really are, right? They're afraid to let it loose and not filter themselves, not manage the impression that they present to the girl. They're afraid to not act through their own intentions. Instead, constantly trying to tiptoe around what they think the girl likes, what they think she doesn't like. There's another hot girl right here. Wowza. Anyway, getting distracted. All these hot girls are out walking around today, and yeah, it's crazy. It's a weekday right now. But at the end of the day, women love guys who are fun. And guys who are bad boys, alpha males, dicks, jerks, a-holes, whatever you want to call them, tend to be more fun. The reason why these guys are more fun, by the way, is because they don't take themselves too seriously, right? And because they don't take themselves too seriously, they're never stuck in their head. These guys are not walking into the venues like mean mugging dudes or anything like that. For the most part, they're just like doing their own thing. They're so trapped in their own head, like in their own bubble, they don't care what other people are doing, right? They don't care what other people think of them. It doesn't matter to them. These guys are just more fun. I could say this a million times, but women want guys who are fun, positive, upbeat, have a lot of energy, charismatic, rather than guys who are just constantly down on themselves, constantly beating themselves up, constantly obsessing over their flaws, constantly playing the victim, like, oh, you know, constantly angry, have anger issues, right? Never smiling. Girls, nobody, not even women, nobody wants to be around somebody like that. Even other people who are like that don't like to be around people who are like that. They'd rather be around somebody who's positive, upbeat, smiling, having a good time, right? Because those people generally bring value, right? And the way they bring value is they make sure you're having fun too. Everybody ends up having fun. Whereas people who are the opposite, because they're feeling down, they're just looking to bring others down too. And nobody wants that, right? We have enough reality going on out there, enough like crazy petty shit happening in our lives to deal with, that kind of stuff when we're trying to go out and have fun. So that is the fifth and final reason why women love bad boys. It's just because they are a lot more fun. Okay, and these are traits that you want to emulate yourself in your own game, and they're not hard to do. Okay, they're not hard to do. It's not hard to act a little dangerous, to be a little more mysterious than you normally are, to present a little more uncertainty to the girl, right? Making her feel that fear of the unknown, not being so predictable, not blowing up her phone every day, liking all of her photos and comments on social media. Just pull back a little bit. Be a little mysterious, right? Give her a little uncertainty that you might not be there tomorrow. You might not always be texting her if she doesn't respond to you back. You might find somebody else, right? You have to keep her on the edge of her seat, like a really good movie. The fourth, excitement and adventure. Everybody could be a little more exciting, a little more adventurous out there as well. It really occupies their thoughts when you present yourself that way. And of course, the fifth and final is to just be more fun, right? Just smile more. Just allow yourself to have a good time for once. Stop beating yourself up every day. Stop looking at yourself in the mirror and going, oh my God, look at this zit. Oh my God, my belly. I'm so fat. Oh my God, how come I'm so short? Stop beating yourself up. Give yourself a break from just kicking yourself in the nuts and just take a moment to enjoy life and enjoy being alive and enjoy being the fact that we're on this rock together, this floating rock in the middle of the universe, and it's not going to last forever. One day, and this is actually going to happen, the sun is going to come crashing down on the earth. Everything is going to be like a ball of fire, and the earth will be destroyed. Okay, and this is actually going to happen in a few million years. So you better enjoy this rock while we've got it. Enjoy the planet while we've got it. Enjoy your life while you're alive. Okay, don't become your own worst enemy, and take these top 5 reasons that women love bad boys and apply them to your own life. So until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Do not forget to destroy that like button. I want you to destroy that like button, okay? Destroy it. And after you're done destroying that like button, I want you to hit that notification bell so that you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. Okay? More importantly, if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. That way you won't miss out on all of my brand new coaching videos that I upload to YouTube from time to time. Some of my best work, some of my best uploads, some of my best coaching videos, YouTube has removed, right? They've removed it. So, and then I get messages from a lot of you guys like, hey, what happened to that coaching video? And I'm like, well, aren't you subscribed to the channel? You should have got it. They're like, no, I didn't subscribe. And I'm like, well, duh, you gotta subscribe, right? Meanwhile, all the other guys who are subscribed are like, I'm so glad I watched that before they removed it. It was so bomb. That was my favorite one, right? So you don't want to miss these. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Okay, it's free, doesn't cost a thing. And for you guys who want to support